We're back on the Morning Brew with Friends, and Jackie and I were trying to get our memories in gear here because the Alzheimer's folks were on from the New Mexico chapter, and you and I danced the same year, and you won. Am I right?
Yes,
you,
I did.
And you raised a ton of money being a dancer for the Alzheimer's Association, right?
It was so much fun.
Wasn't it?
It was great, and I actually ended up taking dancing lessons for about another year and a half after that because it was so much fun.
And are you still dancing?
Not right at the moment.
We need to get you and Sam on the dance floor again.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be great. It'd be great. And I love it because you always bring in some great people, Pamela. This is great. And you're with the Southwest Women's Law Center, and you guys are having a big event coming up in just a couple of days.
So we actually had our big event on Saturday, and it was really great. We honored 3 amazing women, one of which we have with us today,
right?
Dr. Gayle, Dine, Chacon. Let me just tell you who the other 2 were.
Please.
It was Colonel Gayle E. Crawford, so she is the judge advocate out at Kirkland.
Do you have to be named Gayle?
Yes, that was one of the things. And the other one was Florence Ruth Jones Brown, one of the first women to graduate from the University of New Mexico School of Law.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then you have quite a career. You were was it the first woman who was the Surgeon General of the Navajo Nation?
Yes.
That's awesome. How do you end up with that gig? That sounds like it's got to be the most fun thing.
Well, as a Navajo woman, I think it's a natural role for us to feel that we take care of our families, our communities, people as a whole, first of all. So as a physician also, that came pretty natural. And also knowing that one day I would go home back to Navajo Nation to fulfill that role of being able to hopefully improve the health of the people, and it was working at a level with the nation to look at the overall public health improving the public health for the nation.
That's very cool. And there is a big need still in the nation for clinics and doctors and everything else, right? The infrastructure system isn't quite there from what I know.
Exactly. The beginning at basic foundations of building a foundation that is solid, that is able to support all of the changes that come currently with the Affordable Care Act, with self-determination, which means that some tribes are taking over their facilities, their own health care. So how do we prepare ourselves, our nation, and also a workforce, which is nationwide? You know, we have a decrease in numbers of physicians and nurses that are being able to fill those positions.
Well, we had someone on earlier who was talking about STEM education.
Yes.
We need to get you guys together.
Yes. I also work a lot in that area at the University of New Mexico for 18 years as a faculty member, being able to recruit and retain American Indians into health professions.
Oh, very cool. So now I know you are a physician, and where are you practicing these days?
My practice is, my other role that I'm assuming right now is the role of daughter.
Oh.
I've gone home. Your previous guest spoke about Alzheimer's. My father has dementia and Alzheimer's. And so I am a 24/7 volunteer caregiver.
One of the
for my
unsung
father.
heroes we were just talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But as a physician, this has got to take on a different level of meaning.
Yes, it does as a physician, because now I am truly understanding to be back home in the community, the understanding what a social worker does, a care coordinator, a case manager, a community health worker, promotora, a power of attorney, even a non-emergent driver, which I'm doing, and a nurse.
Everything.
So, everything. And so being able to coordinate and communicate with my father's physician and everything that happens in the community, and certainly gaps in elder care that we see everywhere.
Absolutely. Well, Pamela, I can see why she's one of your honorees. I mean, people like the doctor are just amazing. And so, what does the Southwest Women's Law Center do? If you just remind everybody, because I know you guys do a lot.
We do a lot in the community. So we are a policy and advocacy law center. We're a nonprofit, and our focus is advancing opportunities for women and girls in the state of New Mexico. And our range is all the way from making sure that there's quality, affordable health care for women, making sure that girls in middle and high school have equal access to sports programs. And then we also want to make sure that that we're protecting women's reproductive justice, as well as making sure that survivors of domestic violence have access to the sources that they need to continue. But most important, we can't forget this one, equal pay for women. And that's a
Right.
big issue for us.
Right. Well, right now it seems to be a hot topic in the presidential campaigns too.
Yes,
It's getting a lot of traction.
They called us to ask us about that.
Did they? What did they say? And who was the they that called?
So, you know, the big issue is that where are women with respect to equal pay?
Right.
And so the purpose of what we're looking at is in New Mexico, in 2013, do you know that we passed a Fair Pay for Women Act?
I did know that.
And
I think that was one of our morning headlines actually a while back.
Oh, right. So what we did was we entered into what's called a listening and advocacy tour. We've been going around the state because we don't want that act to be the best kept secret in New Mexico.
Right.
Then we're encouraging women to utilize that act so that we can actually slim down and do away with that wage gap that exists between men and women. So right now there have been 10 cases that have been filed with the Human Rights Bureau. 3 cases have been filed in court, and the good thing about that act, you don't have to go through the administrative procedure. You can go directly to court, and that's what we're happy to see. So we're waiting for some good law to come out of there, and we're looking to get away with it, do away with that wage gap.
Very cool. So remind me, I know that part of that law was disclosure. Was
Yes.
one of the big issues with getting it passed and not getting it passed a while back. Remind me of what happened with that. I'm drawing a mental blank this morning. Can somebody actually basically request or subpoena or do something to say, I want to see the pay records for everybody on the staff?
So that actually is not a part of the record now.
Okay.
So it didn't actually get into the bill. So we don't have pay disclosure as a part of that act. I think that was probably a big topic, and it was one of those compromise items that actually didn't make it.
And Jackie, you going to come out on the 2nd again to help out the Alzheimer's folks?
Absolutely.
April
I'm going
2nd?
to be there to support our mutual friend Joe and
Yeah.
watch Joe dance, which will be wonderful. And I didn't realize at the time that I danced that I was going to be in a caregiver role myself. And so now I'm caring for both of my parents as well. So it's a big deal, and it's I am just proud of all the resources that are there
Yeah, absolutely.
through the association.
Absolutely. We got to come back in a couple of seconds on the Morning Brew with Friends. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Oh, it's
And
great to be
thanks for
here.
Thanks for bringing on all the great guests. We appreciate it, Pamela. Back in a couple of seconds, the Morning Brew with Friends.